Welcome, everyone, to Courage to Caregivers. My name is Cathy, and I'm so happy to be with you. So, our theme is mindfulness, and our topic for this evening is being present, living mindfully. Mindfulness means living in the present moment and being truly present in the moment. It means not worrying or anticipating about the future or ruminating over the past, but noticing things as they are and accepting what is in any given moment. And what freedom we experience when we let go of things we cannot change and that no longer serve us. Mindfulness is living without judgment, aware of where you are in the moment and not being overly reactive or overwhelmed by what is. So, how do we live mindfully? What can we do? What can we do to incorporate a little bit of mindfulness into our everyday routine? Well, number one is slow down. Slow down in every aspect of your life, but begin with the breath, something this simple. Breathe in and pause. Breathe out and pause. Very simple. That's all there is to it. Breathe in and pause. Breathe out and pause. That's a really good place to start. Have awareness regarding your body. Notice areas in the body where you might be holding tension or stress, and send the breath there. Ask your body what it needs throughout the day. Do I need rest? Do I need energy? Do I need food or water? Do I need companionship or do I need to be by myself? Do I need activity or do I need stillness? Maybe take the opportunity to take a body scan several times a day. Maybe start with once a day and then work your way up to several times a way just to check in with your body. And then just begin to notice anything else that you can do with the breath, maybe starting up some of the breathing techniques that we've experienced here, encouraged to caregivers, or finding new breathing techniques of your own. And whenever you feel like you need to change up the breath in order to change up your stress level, then go ahead and pull out a breathing technique. And then meditation. There are many different styles of meditation. Find one that you like. There are so many meditation tapes out there, videos on YouTube, and apps that you can put on your phone. So many choices to be made here. Savor the micro moments. Just savor those little moments and be grateful. Every little moment counts. For example, learn to eat mindfully. Instead of rushing through a meal, just eat slowly, savor every bite, savor the smell, the taste, savor the moment, the experience of eating. And I guarantee you, the food will taste better if you do. And the whole experience will be one of joy. You'll actually enjoy eating instead of plowing through it at a rapid pace. And return to the breath whenever you need it. The breath can be a lifeline, it can be your anchor. The breath is always with you. Use it. As caregivers, you are called to be present to others each and every day. As your mindfulness practice continues, you will find yourself fully present, not only for others, but for yourself, because you are worth it. So, this is just a little bit of what you'll be discussing in your support group. Let's go ahead and start to get comfortable for our breathing practice tonight. So, maybe taking a moment to get comfortable in your seat, moving from each side of your body, just really grounding down through your sitting bones, and then coming back to sit fully in the chair with your back body against the back of the chair. Placing your feet flat on the floor so that you're nice and grounded there as well. And we're going to begin our breath of fire tonight. That is Kapalabhati breath. Before we start, I want to remind you that if you have glaucoma or if you are someone who has high blood pressure, but you're not on medication for that, you're going to want to sit this breath practice out. And that's okay. If you're able to join us, come on in. And so Kapalabhati breath is a breath that brings energy, it brings heat, and it's a wonderful practice to do when your energy is low. It brings you up out of that kind of lethargic state. And so, what this looks like is we take a breath into the nose, and when we let the breath out, we take it out with a very fast exhale. When we do this, you can feel the belly snap back towards the spine. So it looks a little like this. So if you are up for it, I invite you to join us. Just place your hands on your thighs or on your knees. And again, find that nice tall spine. We will do a round of 15 breaths, and then we'll pause, and then we'll do another round. And you don't have to count. I will do that for you. So taking a breath in through the nose and out with the exhale like this. And stop. Hold the breath. Take a nice big breath in and let it out through the mouth. Good. And take a moment to bring your awareness to how you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling the vibration of that rapid breath, and just take in what that does to the body and the mind. Let's try that again when you're ready. Taking nice breath in through the nose and exhale with a and stop. Pause, hold the breath, and then take a big inhale in. Let it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Again, noticing the vibration, bringing your awareness to the body, and how you're feeling from that breathing practice right now. Perhaps it stoked a little fire, stoked a little energy, and if so, that's awesome. We're going to shift gears now to ocean breath. Ocean breath is the breath of the ocean, ujjayi breath. And it is very much like the sound that you hear when you are in front of the ocean, or when you hold a seashell up to your ear and you hear that beautiful, rhythmic, hollow sound of the ocean. And so, what this looks like is taking an inhale through the nose, and then a nice long exhale through the mouth, making the ha sound. So try that a few times, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Noticing the breath as it passes over the throat. So take a few rounds of that on your own. Good. When you're ready, practicing this breath, but on the exhale, closing the mouth, you can still get the same effect of the breath passing over the throat, making that ha sound, but with the mouth closed. So go ahead and try that now if you wish. Beautiful. And as you continue the ocean breath, imagine that you are sitting in the sand in front of the ocean. Hear the sound of the waves as they rush toward the shore and back out again. Notice the smell of the salty air all around you, the smell of the ocean. And look out towards the ocean, the beautiful expanse of blue, green, gray, as the waves roll in and back out again. So experience maybe the sand under your sitting bones, the rush of the wind all around you, this beautiful imagery of being in the space of the ocean. Perhaps placing one hand over your heart, the other hand on top of that hand, as you feel the breath on the inhale and the exhale. Feel the breath move through the body. And on the inhale, imagine those are the waves coming towards you. And on the exhale, feel the breath move away and feel the waves move back out to the sea. The ebb and flow of the breath, matching the rise and fall of the chest. The inhale and the exhale, matching the sound and the motion of the waves moving in and moving out. Go ahead and continue to breathe with the waves of the ocean as I read our affirmations for tonight's practice. Connecting to my breath, I find myself in the present moment. I experience the present moment fully through all of my senses. Even when I'm not enjoying the present moment, I stay with it and know that eventually it will pass. Even when I'm not enjoying the present moment, I stay with it and know that eventually it will pass. And so continuing to breathe that rhythmic breath of the ocean, knowing that you are supported by every wave, that you are being carried by the waves, cradled in the ocean, that you are safe, supported, and loved. Beautiful. When you are ready, gently blinking open the eyes and coming back to the present moment, joining together with everybody once again. I hope everyone has felt their stress level come down a few notches with that simple exercise. Now we're going to begin some mindful movement. And because the movement is mindful, it's going to be slow and steady and deliberate. We will not be coming out of our chairs tonight. And so visualize yourself moving slowly through all of the things that we're going to do. You are in no hurry. We're going to stay right in the present moment. And we know that yoga and a practice like Tai Chi, both of those things are very slow and deliberate. That's where we're going to be tonight. So just getting grounded in your chair once again, getting connected again with the feet, with your body on the chair, with your hands on your lap, with your tall spine. Just begin to find a little bit of movement with the neck. And we're just going to begin just a little side to side from one shoulder to the other. We're not going to make a full circle yet. So just moving from one shoulder to another as if you're making a little smile here from shoulder to shoulder. Breathing into the places in your neck that may feel tight or tense or stress filled. Taking your time. And then bringing your head back to a neutral position. We'll take our gaze up to the sky and then begin to move from one side to the other, shoulder to shoulder, as if you could paint a little rainbow right there in front of you. But taking your time, doing this mindfully, breathing into those tight places, inviting some spaciousness and ease as you move from side to side. And then coming back to the center. From here, we'll take the left hand, bring it all the way up overhead as we grasp the opposite ear and bend, opening up that side of the neck, breathing in slowly and mindfully. And just notice how everything is feeling as you create that space and that expansion. Beautiful. Coming back to center, taking the hand to the opposite ear and just tipping that head to the side, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Taking your hands, interlacing the fingers, placing it at the back of the head. Take your gaze down. Open up the back of the neck. Releasing the hands, bring your head back to neutral. From here, take both hands in front of you, and we're going to just touch the fingertips with the thumb. So, index finger to the thumb, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. Doing this very slowly and mindfully. Just feeling that sensation of touch between the thumb and the fingers. Beautiful. And then bringing the hands together, meeting each fingertip to each fingertip, pressing them together, and then releasing, expanding the hands out. Exhaling, bring them back together. Inhaling, draw them out. Exhaling, draw them together. And just continue this for a few rounds with the rise and fall of your breath. Beautiful. Good. And then pressing the palms together, very mindfully feeling each fingertip upon each fingertip. And then releasing the hands, drawing them up overhead, pressing the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. And keep on with this a few times, mindfully, slowly, deliberately. Mm. And the next time you draw those hands down to the heart, Open the arms, cactusing the arms, elbows towards the ribs, palms facing away. Bringing opposite hands to opposite shoulders. Give yourself a great big hug here. And then crossing your arms at the elbows, bringing the palms together right in front of the face. Breathing it into that stretch, little shoulder stretch here. Releasing. Let's start circling the wrists, moving the hands in a circle, and then moving them in the opposite direction. And then wiggling the fingers. Now let's cross at the elbows again. This time do the opposite as before. Whatever arm was underneath, bring the opposite arm underneath, and then bring those hands together. Breathe into that stretch. Feel the opening of the shoulder blades behind you. And release. Shake the hands out here. And bring the hands together at the heart. Once again, feeling the rise and fall of the chest, the rise and fall of the breath. Now take one hand to the low belly, one hand to your collarbones, middle finger and thumb, and start to just rotate there. You can close the eyes if you wish. Just giving yourself a little massage here, right at the collarbones, stimulating the thymus gland. A little gesture of compassion, taking some time for yourself here as we get ready to segue into our deep rest. Beautiful. Releasing the hands, pressing them together, bowing to one another. Thank you so much for moving gently with me tonight. Let's go ahead and find your comforts for your deep rest, pillows, blankets, music, whatever it is that you need to make it very cozy. If you're remaining in your chair, make sure that you're nice and comfortable there. If you're coming onto the floor, I invite you to have a nice full body stretch before you get started, from toes to the top of the head. Maybe taking a moment to lower your lights. Tonight, we're going to do a rainforest meditation. This is a guided visualization through a rainforest so that you can experience it with all of your five senses. This is adapted from a meditation by Lynn Cherry and Tony Albert. And so, as you are getting comfortable there, in whatever space you have in your sanctuary, I invite you to close the eyes and begin to find stillness, starting to connect with the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Start to bring calm to your body by relaxing your toes, your legs, your hips, your belly, your chest, your neck, and your head. Begin to breathe in slowly and breathe out fully. Starting to take these deep breaths in Long, slow exhales out. Stay connected to your breath throughout this practice. Imagine yourself walking slowly along the forest floor of a rainforest. You look down to step over decaying logs, and the air feels warm and damp on your skin. Your eyes adjust a little bit to the little bit of light that sneaks in from the understory and canopy layers above. You breathe in the steamy, earthy air, breathing it into your lungs as you take a deep breath. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, imagine what the ground feels like below your feet. Soft, wet leaves and decaying tree bark layer the forest floor, and overripe fruit squishes between your toes. Green ferns and brown mushrooms help create a path for you to walk on. As you look down, you see tiny frogs and rabbits hopping around the seedlings that are slowly making their way skyward. Butterflies softly flutter their wings as they fly by on their way to the ginger flowers. You breathe in the spicy perfume as you pass by their bright pink petals. As you continue to look down, what do you hear? Perhaps insects, the rustling of leaves as animals move about the rainforest? Does the air still feel at your feet? Stay connected to the breath, breathing in and breathing out. As you move up your body to your legs and arms, you feel them brushing against the sapling trees that are growing to eventually be part of the understory layer. How does the air feel on your limbs? Are you cool and comfortable, or is the air warm and humid? What does the air feel like on your arms and on your legs? As you continue to walk and begin to lift your eyes up to look around you, you notice a tree has fallen from the understory layer and created a small hole for sunlight to filter in. Leaves start to appear a bit greener and brighter in this area. Smaller trees are reaching to fill the space, and as you stare at one particular tree, you see an ocelot resting in the crevice formed where two branches meet. On another tree, you see an anteater sniffing out his lunch. What other animals do you visualize resting peacefully in the understory there? Visualizing with your eyes, hearing with your ears, sensing with your olfactory senses, and feeling all the different fabrics of the floor of the rainforest, the decaying trees, the leaves, the flowers, the earth, everything that you're sensing and feeling with your mind, your body, and your spirit. As you arrive under the hole made by the fallen tree, you look up into the canopy layer. Droplets of a past rainfall fall down onto your head and cool your body. As your face turns upwards towards the sun, what does the air feel like on your cheeks, your nose, and your forehead? Is it cooler from the rain, or has the sunlight created even more warmth? As you continue to look up, you feel your body being gently lifted until you are sitting on the branch of a tree. Now you are surrounded by the canopy layer and all that it has to offer. You slowly breathe in the fragrant scent of orchids as you hold on to a strong vine to stand up on the branch. As you look out over the canopy layer, what animals do you see? Monkeys may jump from tree to tree above you, or perhaps you see a lizard making its way slowly from one branch to the other. Possibly you see a sloth lazing about on a tree limb. You cannot see, but you can hear thousands of insects going about their lives among the trees and the ferns. Are they loud or are they quiet? Do they sound like they are moving quickly or staying in one place? Sensing with your ears, staying connected to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. The branch that you are sitting on is damp, and you imagine that it has just rained. The air feels cooler and lighter, and you are deeply breathing in its freshness. Take a moment to breathe in that fresh scent right there in your rainforest. As you continue to look up, you spot an emergent tree reaching high above the rest of the rainforest. Butterflies and colorful birds soar around its leaves, and it's bright and green and seems to reach all the way up to the sun, so far up you can't even imagine the top of it and where it ends. As you continue to stare at this tree, you are again gently lifted until you rest on a strong branch high above the rainforest. As you look up to the sun, your body is warmed and you breathe in deeply. The world around you and below you is calm and peaceful. All is right and all is as it should be. You feel a sense of happiness as you close your eyes and just enjoy being in this present moment. With your eyes closed, you slowly begin to feel your body descend back down through the rainforest. You pass through the canopy and all the animals and the insects and flowers. You take a moment to appreciate everything around you. You take a moment to embrace the earth and the beginnings of life all around you. And as you are nestled on the rainforest floor, feel held and comforted and cozy in this moment. You are very sleepy from your journey, so I invite you to just rest. Rest here in this present moment. Rest well in the soft dampness of the rainforest floor. Just rest. Very gently and very slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the body, inviting in a little bit of movement, wiggling fingers and toes, taking a full body stretch, or giving yourself any kind of movement that you need to come back to the present moment. Deepening the breath. And when you're ready, moving into a little side lying pose, just moving onto your side and resting your head on your elbow or on a pillow while I read a couple of quotations for tonight's practice. This is from Buddha. Our life is shaped by our mind, for we become what we think. The Buddha was asked, what do you and your disciples practice? And he said, we sit, we walk, and we eat. The questioner said, but everyone sits, walks, and eats. The Buddha said, when we sit, we know we are sitting. When we walk, we know we are walking. And when we eat, we know we are eating. And that is mindfulness. So, taking your time to draw yourself back up into a seated position, and we will all meet with hands at the heart. I hope that everyone is feeling a little less stressed right now, a little more mindful perhaps. So let's draw the thumb knuckles close to the body so that we can rest them at the sternum there. Connecting to the breath once again, feeling the rise and fall of the chest. As always, it is an honor to be with you. I see the light shimmering from each one of you. Let's bow to one another with the mutual admiration and respect that we have for this little community as we say, Namaste.